9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We have 12 minutes to start.
The sky that is around 14 kilometers from the surface of the earth, and you need to travel 80 more kilometers to reach space, which is around 100 kilometers from the surface of the earth to space. And we humans need to design vehicles which can cross this distance, which is 100 kilometers, to actually reach outer space. Now you want to fly to space, or you just want to send your old Maruti 800 to space. We humans have tried so many space vehicle designs for the past 50 years, but somewhere the future of cheap space travel seems to be the interesting concept of space planes. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the same, and by the end of the video, you'll also gain some real knowledge about the future proposed space plane by UK named as the Skylon. So without any delay, let's talk space tech, shall we? As reusable launch vehicles are getting more and more popularity and fundings these days, which they are actually supposed to get, the most trusted and used reusable launch vehicles are from Mr. Elon's SpaceX. By space planes, we first remember the space shuttle developed by NASA, which had two giant rocket boosters, one external tank, and also mainly the orbiter. This space shuttle has seen like 5 iterations from 1981 to 2011, which has served in major space programs like the Hubble telescope and also the construction and maintenance of the International Space Station. These old generations of the space planes were usually dependent on the rocket boosters and the external fuel tank to escape the Earth's atmosphere. Hence, they used to launch vertically like a conventional rocket, burning all the fuel as it entered space, and then from there, the orbiter used to take care of the rest of the journey. But these new space planes are a different idea. They usually consist of two major particulars. One is the actual plane which takes off like a normal airliner with its own fuel but way faster, and the other one is your normal rocket booster powered vehicle. The plane carries this vehicle and covers most of the distance horizontally till the air gets thinner and thinner and the plane can no more fly higher. It is at this point where the rocket powered vehicle is launched from that particular point, which carries on to space. By this time around, the space plane is completely out of its fuel and marks its path back to the surface of the Earth. Now, this plane is back to its dry mass, which also makes use of the atmosphere to simply glide through the air. Meanwhile, it keeps the body cooled down as it heats up a lot due to air friction as it neatly touches down to Earth. These kind of planes get rid of the oxidizer because they actually breathe air and make use of that only to run their engines. Then there are planes like Skylon. Previous designs of these space planes used to have a serious disadvantage of how much speeds they can achieve, as these planes used to breathe air, and as speed increased, the air friction used to raise the temperature too much. But Skylon uses a very high-tech cooling system in it, where cryogenic liquid hydrogen is passed through hundreds of micropipes, so that when hot air passes over these micropipes, the cool pipes used to immediately cool down the temperature up to negative 150 degrees Celsius before reaching the compression stage. Skylon uses the Sabre engines, which stands for Synergic Air Breathing Rocket Engines, which can switch from air breathing mode to rocket mode as the plane reaches Mach 5 speeds and continues to space. While it's returned back to Earth, Skylon is back to its dry mass with a lower ballistic coefficient.
In ballistics, the ballistic coefficient of a body is a measure of its ability to overcome air resistance in flight.
Which just glides through the air and touches down to the ground like any other normal airliner. NASA is getting their next space plane called the Dream Chaser, assembled in Nevada, USA. This plane is specifically going to serve as a cargo transporter from Earth to the ISS or any other missions which requires cargo transporting to be a need. And also this space plane has support for necessary microgravity labs inside it. This plane launches to space using normal rockets and not on its own, but can land on a conventional runway like the older space shuttle used to. but way safer as these new planes' engines use less toxic fuels when compared to the space shuttle's engines. There are a lot more designs for these space planes which have been developed, built, and experimented. In this age where we are racing for making space travel cheaper and efficient, I think space planes can take us a long way in that matter. And that was the end of the video. If you guys want to let me know more about these kind of space vehicles, there's a comment section down below, and I have an Instagram page too where you can follow me. I'll provide the links in the description down below. And if you like the video, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're liking my overall content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, this is Pawan signing out.